Welcome to Fox's The Video 97, and what a year it's been. One of the very best in the proud history of Leicester City Football Club. Coming up, we'll be looking back at some of the most popular highlights as we feature 6 of the best.
Ball from a dead ball kick perhaps, it certainly is, and that's another goal!
In the spotlight is ace marksman Emil Heskey. Look out for Bruno's greatest hits.
Heskey's onside here, he's got Lennon up in support, great chance for Leicester.
We'll also be taking you behind the scenes with a tribute to Steve Walsh. It was a night of fun when Gazza joined an all-star cast at Walsh's testimonial match. All this and more, including the goals of '97. But first, let's take a look back at some of the headlines from a vintage year for Martin O'Neill's Blue Army. The progress the Foxes have made under Martin O'Neill is highlighted in our 6 of the best selection, which begins with a super start to the 97-98 season against Aston Villa.
Southgate to right. Colin Moore making tracks down the middle of the field. Dwight York behind him. Both in there for the cross. Here goes Colin Moore, and he got to the ball first, but his header went over. Colin Moore's on his way, but he's caught offside, is he? No, he's not, he's onside. Gets in a good teasing cross. Oh, what a shot! Off the woodwork. And Draper can't believe it. He slashed at that one, he hit it well. It's Colin Moore who supplies it. Look at the way he puts the spin on that ball, and the shot beat Keller, but not the woodwork. Marshall got the glancing header. Heskey trying to force his way past Ekiog. He's still got the ball, gets the shot in. Again, he couldn't get the power, and it was deflected away. Corner kick. But Emil Heskey's causing them all sorts of problems in the centre there. Sheer strength to keep the ball away from the defenders. Again, lining up as if they're going to play a short one, which takes 2 defenders out there. Oh, it's there! No! The keeper missed it completely. A little more making it difficult for Elliott there. Walsh got his boot to the ball though, and this is Kmark. Swedish international right back, Kmark. Been plagued by injuries since he arrived at Filbert Street from IFK Gothenburg. Anyway, here's Guppy, courtesy of Heskey. That's a good cross from Guppy! Marshall! How about that? The first goal of the season, 36 minutes. Guppy's cross, Marshall's header, and Oakes was nowhere to be seen. Guppy here tricks his man, Fernando. Beautiful cross. The keeper's out of position. In comes Marshall, a solid header. Wright really had no chance against him in the air. And Leicester City lead Aston Villa by 1-0. We're on 45 minutes now. Into stoppage time we go in this first half. Walsh heads it back. Oh! And Elliott plays is over. Could have been 2-0. Another well-worked corner kick from Leicester City. Here's Marshall. Marshall being held there by Ekiog. Heskey, chance to get the right-footed cross in. He drills it low. Marshall! Oh! Yes! No! Oh! Well, a golden opportunity there. Marshall couldn't take it. Heskey drills it across. A bad mistake here in the defence. He's clean through. Takes it to the left. Tries the second shot. That one's blocked. And the follow-up shot is woefully wide of the target. Walsh. Oh yes! Oh no! Heskey knocked it beautifully into the path of Ian Marshall, who should really be celebrating a hat-trick now. 51st minute of the game, and Marshall misses the target again with only the keeper to beat.
1997 has been a great year for Emil Heskey. His sparkling form has been recognised by England boss Glenn Hoddle.
Emil, second season in the Premiership, you've trained with the full England squad. Is it going better than you expected this year?
Obviously, yeah, you know, I've been training with the England full squad. I never expected it at such an early age, and I'm just relishing every minute of it, really.
How much have you learned this season?
I've learned a lot, really, you know. Even, you know, last season I learned a lot, you know, because I've been coming and no one knew what I was about, and now they more or less know what I'm about. So I've learned a lot, you know. Defenders looking to get me now, you know, but I'm getting used to that, and hopefully I can improve on my game, all-round the game, and go even further.
How much stick do you take from these defenders? Because you seem to end up on the deck a few times every game now. I take a lot, you know, because I'm pretty big, and you know, they're I don't know what it is, but you know, they might be scared, you know. But I do take quite a bit of stick, but I can just get up and get on with my game.
Well, obviously he is a terrific talent. There's no doubt about that. He's got bags of potential. I don't want us talking about potential in about 3 years' time. I want him to exceed the expectations that we all have him. He can be anything he wants to be, and I mean that. And he has got the power, he's got the strength, he's got the ability. I do believe he needs to practice. He needs to practice and try and improve the first touch. But a game against Newcastle last week, where I thought he was up for it from minute one, I thought he was fantastic. He went and soured everything by getting himself sent off in the last minute of the game in a needless incident. And those type of things that as he is progressing in the Premiership, and as he comes up against what I call top quality, uncompromising defenders, it is going to be a difficult situation for him, but he's got to be able to learn very, very quickly. If he can do that there, he can be anything.
Top 5 in the Premiership for the best part of a couple of months now. Can you believe it?
To be fair, no, but you know, we knew we had it in us, and it was just a matter of time of it coming out, you know.
One of the most outstanding away performances of '97 came at Anfield. Watched by a home crowd of 35,000 and a live audience back at Filbert Street, this was a great night for the Foxes.
Heskey allowed a lot of space there by Mark Wright and allowed to turn. And Elliott has scored! Matt Elliott has given Leicester City the lead inside of 2 minutes. Emil Heskey set it up. Mark Wright gave him every respect, and Elliott just sneaked in front of Phil Babb, who seemed asleep to the possibility. And Leicester City have certainly woke Liverpool up with that early goal. All the way back to Cormac. Little flick from Heskey. Now McManaman with a chance to stretch his legs. Taking on Spencer Pryor for pace. And the cross much too close to Casey Keller. An exhilarating run from McManaman. He did have 2 men in support. Jones. So, a loose ball. And Heskey has a chance to run it back at Liverpool now. Guppy first to it, and Heskey is here again. He's got Fenton in support. It's Heskey, it's Fenton, it's 2-0. 7 minutes left to play, and Graham Fenton, the substitute, has surely given Leicester City the points here. Another catalogue of Liverpool errors which allowed Emil Heskey to run free down the left-hand side. David James tried to push the shot aside, but pushed it straight into the path of the on-running Fenton, who's only been on the field 10 minutes. And the summer signing from Blackburn Rovers gets his first goal for the club at Anfield. Steve Harkness was the defender with him. But Leicester City have been first to the punch in those situations all night. And you can see the Liverpool fans now filing out of Anfield in a very disgruntled mood. This is Harkness. Paul Ince. Well hit in! And Paul Ince has revived Liverpool's hopes. An immediate reply from the Liverpool skipper. Within a minute of Graham Fenton making it 2-0, Paul Ince has made it 2-1. 25 yards plus. Sweetly struck and in off the post, gave Keller no chance. Owen, held up by Elliott. Carragher to Ince. Owen again. Might still run for Paul Ince. Keller will have to be brave, but ball well protected by Spencer Pryor, who ran across the line of the on-rushing Ince. Oh, Heskey giving Wright problems again. Oh, and giving James problems again. So much confidence from Emil Heskey. He fancies his chances from anywhere. No sort of angle, but very much on target. And James with a rather nervous stop. Last minute, Jones. Owen. He's got real pace, Michael Owen. Cut back towards Carragher. Spooned away by Savage, important challenge. Mattia now, 1-2 with Jones. Charged down though by Matt Elliott. Carragher was waiting there for the cutback from Owen, but it didn't quite reach him. It was Savage who prevented it. Matteo tried to revive the move with Jones, but Leicester City had regrouped by then.
Now then, here's your chance to win 3 great Leicester videos. The first video up for grabs is How the Cup Was Won, the official story of the Foxes Coca-Cola Cup triumph, all the goals, plus all the highlights from Wembley and the replay at Hillsborough. Our second video is 101 Great Goals, featuring games from the 70s, 80s and 90s, a selection of some of the great goals scored by the Foxes, from Gary Lineker to Emile Heskey. Completing the lineup is Match of the 70s, a unique trip down memory lane, featuring a collection of great games from a superb decade. All 3 videos can be yours. All you have to do is answer one easy question. And the question is, who scored the winning goal in the Coca-Cola Cup final victory over Middlesbrough? Was it A. Emile Heskey, B. Steve Claridge, or C. Steve Walsh? To enter, you must send your answer on a postcard to VSI at 96 High Street, Marlow, Buckinghamshire SL7 1AQ. Don't forget to include your name and address. The closing date for entry is the 1st of February 1998. There are 3 sets of videos on offer as prizes. Next, it's back to the action and a dramatic 6-goal thriller against Arsenal. A showdown between England striker Ian Wright and rising star Emile Heskey.
Number 27, Tony Costi, 21.
Bergkamp gives Arsenal the lead inside of 10 minutes. He was all alone, spotted by Mark Overmars. The marking was lax, but the finishing was absolutely brilliant. Look where it goes in. Right in the corner, right between the angle and post and crossbar. Right. Taking on Korma. He's such a good marker. Not such a good clearance though. Straight to Overmars. Keller trying to make up for it, right! Ooh, Casey Keller will be a very relieved man. Martin O'Neill, a rather angry man, I suspect. Savage. Tossed in towards Walsh with the header. It was only just in front of Steve Claridge. And Steve Walsh is just about unbeatable when the ball is tossed up for him like that. He's a big man, and look at the height he gets there above Heskey, who was closest to beating him to the ball. Such a competitor. Vieira finding Parla. Vieira's got on to his right. It was rather than over the bar. Korma. Here's Heskey. Held up by Grimondi. Got in his cross though, Heskey, here's Guppy! Well, David Seaman actually slipped whilst Emil Heskey's cross was in the air, and there was a real chance there for Guppy. Watch Seaman, he loses his feet altogether as the cross arcs over him, and Lee Dixon was the defender who did just enough at the far post. Parker. Here's Heskey, Seaman in trouble, and Heskey scored! 6 minutes left to play, and Emil Heskey has given Leicester City a chance. It was Gary Parker who tossed it in there. David Seaman was at sea, a little hesitant, made problems for his defender, Lee Dixon, and the chance just fell to Heskey. Seaman went, came back, went again. Dixon didn't know what to do, Heskey did. Towards the head of Walsh again. Fantastic late rally this from Leicester City. Hughes running into Cormac. Cormac running away with the ball. Here's Heskey again. Rumondi manages to survive at the expense of a corner kick to Leicester City, another corner. They just don't know what a lost cause is. Guppy takes. Vieira managed to get to it. Lennon trying to turn it back in there, away by Petit. All the big men are still in there. This is Walsh. This is Elliott. Deflected, yes! Matt Elliott has equalised. Stoppage time at the end of a remarkable match. And Leicester City have come back from 2 down with a goal from the inspirational Matt Elliott. Dixon slipped, Grimondi stood up, and I think it was his touch which carried it past David Seaman. David Platt. Here's Dennis Bergkamp. Oh, that's terrific. Oh, look at that! What a goal! And what a way to complete a hat-trick! Nothing that any team can do to cater for that. Where is referee Graham Barber finding this time? Walsh! Well, I've seen it all now. Leicester City have come up with another rescue goal. Parker's corner, and Walsh got it not once but twice up above the area there, and when it came back from Spencer Pryor, it was Walsh again. 3-3, and that is what you call a captain's role.
It's been quite a year for Stevie Walsh. Still scoring goals at the age of 32, always in the thick of the action, and very much a favourite with fans and fellow professionals, as demonstrated on his testimonial night.
Really cheap. Go in then. So when are you going then? No. That's 48. And then what's the game after that? World Cup.
Can't that, come on. Hey.
I'm glad you're going shin pad today, because the guys in the other dressing rooms are going to pay you back for all these years of kicking.
I wasn't going to wear them, but I've just had a look now. I think I better put them on.
Obviously. What's it like all these years having a hero coming back wounded so many times?
Had some good and bad times, but overall, you come through it. We face the difficult times together and that, and I think these three take his mind off it a wee bit anyway.
Walshy was again at the centre of attention in our next feature match against Spurs.
Guppy forward for Heskey, who's onside. Scales has recovered, so has Campbell, but it's Heskey! And a real stroke of luck for Ian Walker in the Tottenham goal. Ian Walker got a hand to it, but look at him puffing his cheeks out. There wasn't much of a gap to aim for. Walker did well to get to it, but needed the help of the post. Fine try by Heskey. No appreciable backlift on the shot. Guppy's corner. Off the bar from Marshall. Twice in the space of 30 seconds, Leicester denied by the woodwork. Leicester being roared on by their fervent supporters. They've come so close on 2 occasions, but it's still goalless. Pryor, and this time Heskey is offside. Ian Marshall met the cross perfectly. And Walker that time had no chance. It could so easily have been 2-0 to Leicester. Leicester have another chance to practice their corner kick routine. Elliott's a real threat from these. This is Guppy. And Heskey! So nicely judged cross by Steve Guppy, and Walsh who headed it back across for Heskey. Foot was behind the line, the ball wasn't. Will it be Parker again? No, this time it's Steve Guppy. Over Walsh, and just wide of the post by Matt Elliott. Well, the arrival of Elliott at the back end of last season from Oxford has given Leicester another attacking dimension. He's a goal-scoring centre-back in the tradition of players like Steve Bruce. And that was nearly his 7th Leicester goal in just a handful of games. Header infield from Marshall finds Is It. And that was fairly cynical by Sol Campbell. He had no apparent intention of allowing Is It to pass him. And it was a challenge that wouldn't really have looked out of place 200 yards up the road at Leicester's rugby ground. A yellow card for Campbell. And there's Walsh. Steve Walsh scores for Leicester, as he's done so many times in the past, sneaking in almost unnoticed from a set piece. Goal number 57 in what for a centre-back is a prolific scoring career. And a surge of relief and emotion goes around Filbert Street. It was Parker's set piece, perfectly hanging, and no better finisher from opportunities like that than Steve Walsh. Is it? The surprise remains that Leicester's greater share of territorial players only brought them a 1-goal lead. Abbott's tackle, and a Leicester corner resulting. Two inside the 6-yard box, 4 more waiting to join them. Walsh's header, and Is It? Abbott got a tackle in, now it's Guppy! A driven shot for which the word emphatic is hardly adequate. Mabbutt's half clearance, and didn't he thump it? Steve Guppy's first Premiership goal. And it gives Leicester City some much-deserved breathing space. This is Parker. Mabbutt was right in front of his own keeper. Walsh. Is it? Lennon. Claridge. Now Elliott. And Heskey! It's turning from a comfortable win into something of a rout. And it was the centre-back who set up the chance, Elliott's cross, and Emil William Ivanhoe Heskey with a straightforward finish. No wonder they call Elliott Superman in these parts. And Heskey is also very highly regarded. 3-0.
Winning the Coca-Cola Cup meant a place in Europe for only the second time in the club's history. Ironically, the draw landed Leicester a trip to Atletico Madrid, the Foxes' last European opponents 30 years ago, and the new home of former Middlesbrough star Juninho.
You're thinking about Atletico Madrid as we're getting on the plane?
Yeah, it will be when we get off it anyway. Flying is, well, it hasn't reached Bergkamp style yet, but I have to admit I don't fancy it, you know, I don't fancy flying at all. It's the only nasty thing about playing in Europe, but you have to fly. But overall, I mean, it's fantastic. The very fact that we're now travelling to play a game in the UEFA Cup is magnificent. This you said way back in 1969 we would never get to Europe again, you know, and he was spot on.
No, last time I was in Madrid I said I scored.
Oh, did you?
Oh, hold on. But she was very nice. Oh no, hold on, Martin.
That's heavy.
Here comes David's vodka and tonic.
Go, Sam, you got to do the running, I'll read.
What players do you think will be more dangerous?
All of them. All of them. Yes, I think we obviously know Juninho because he played against us last year when he played for Middlesbrough, and he is a world-class player. But that evening against Valladolid, they were all terrific.
What do you reckon of Madrid so far since you've arrived?
Well, it's a bit warmer than England right now, but no, it looks okay, and the only thing I hope is for a good game and that we do a good game. Otherwise, it won't feel that good. But yeah, we do our best anyway, and we're going to work very hard anyway.
Your nickname, of course, is the tourist, isn't it? They say you like to look around the place. Is planning a sightseeing trip around Madrid?
No, it's too short time, but of course, you know, you look around, and it's always interesting to see other places. So, you know, that's the way it is.
Spencer, as European veterans go, you're one of the most seasoned campaigners in the camp, aren't you?
It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one with this club. I think the squad that we've got is potentially better than the one we had at Norwich when we had a successful time in Europe. So hopefully, you know, we can go into the campaign very optimistic of progressing in the competition.
What do you think is going to be the key to getting a result tomorrow? Is it going to be patience, British Bulldog spirit? What would you, if you had to put one thing on?
I think we can't change our game, Leicester. I don't think we can do that. I think we've got to try and adjust a little bit and play a little bit slower than we do. But I think if we close them down and hurry them into mistakes, I think that's been the key to our success this season. So if we can get close them down as quickly as possible and make the mistakes, I think we can benefit from that.
Yourself and Martin are very modest about your European exploits, but is there anything you can, little tips maybe, pass on to the players just before kick-off tomorrow night about nerves maybe, or anything like that?
Well, I think that would be very difficult. You could try and calm them down, but it's going to be a white-hot atmosphere there, there's no doubt about it. The crowd will be vociferous. But that's how you gain experience. You know, if you never play it, you'll never learn. So it's great for the players, and if we could come away with something tomorrow, you know, it'll stand us in really good stead.
Like that. This is class,
Body pass!
Are there going to be any nerves?
Yeah, there's bound to be. There's always nerves in any game, I think. But perhaps a touch more so. You know, the fact that big crowd, whatever, away from home, it's a bit of a one-off for us and something new. But as I just said, once the game gets going, I mean, all nerves go out the window, really.
Has it gone as you would have expected so far?
So far, it's been fine. I mean, it's been exactly what I wanted. We've gone out in very good spirits yesterday and today. We trained this morning. We've trained in the pitch here with the lights on. And yeah, everything has gone okay so far. You know, I've got no complaints about that. Just trying to be right for tomorrow.
The last few hours, the last training session, shaping up okay?
No, still all right. Still all right. No injuries anyway. That's the most important thing. Even at this late stage, it's something you would worry you. You know, just we've only been playing 5 aside, 7 aside, and but everything's shaping up fine.
But a very good and promising start here by Leicester. That's towards the far post again. There's Walsh in with a goal. He's done it, Marshall. Yes. Ian Marshall puts Leicester ahead in exactly 11 and a half minutes, and oh dear, any coach around Europe would give a king's ransom to score an away goal at any time, but at such an early stage of the game, no wonder the manager, Radomir Antic, is out there looking anxious.
Yeah, Steve Walsh on the far post again. I knew it. I thought he'd create trouble. Knocks it back across goal. And there's Marshall walloping it in. Great goal. What a lovely start for Leicester this is.
That looks a very fragile defence. The goalkeepers looked slightly nervous a couple of minutes before that.
Marking's very bad though, isn't it, Archie? In that 6-yard area, leaving men on their own. But this is great for Leicester. May they do it again.
Walsh there again, not this time. Mark putting it out there, then Elliott. Heskey, lovely ball inside. Claridge with a lovely little touch and it's just over.
That's excellent.
Glorious move there again by Leicester, and Claridge maybe had he been on from the start, I don't know, substitutes coming on, hasn't been on all that long. Gordon.
Lovely header from Heskey there, bouncing straight at Claridge, nobody marking him, tried a little lob. He was very, very unlucky. It was a good effort.
They tried to play the 1-2, and that was just in, yes! Juninho! One little burst from this man who's been marked out of the game thus far, and he puts it away.
I think it's Parker that's gone off, isn't it?
Looks like it, and they're touched inside beautifully. They really are playing. Penalty kick is being awarded. Oh, and there's a fight developing in the box there, and that was rather stupid. Jelly it was who came in and is getting rather unpleasant.
Yeah, this is silly. They've got to keep their heads here.
Well, I think what happened is they just had a word with the player went down. I think they might have been saying he had been diving, and he took strong exception to a Jelly.
He's not. He's put his foot out for the foot to get the ball first, and then the guy's just thrown himself over his leg.
So we have a penalty kick.
No, I'm sorry if I'd have thought it was a proper.
And there it goes. 27 minutes gone, and Vieri gives Atletico the lead.
I think on reflection, Paul, you would think that when you come out here, I probably would have taken 2-1. First of all, you've got the away goal, that gives you a chance, and yeah, beforehand you think, well, 2-1's not too bad. You're still well in the game. As it turns out, the way that it happened, perhaps there's just a tinge of disappointment. We've got the early goal. I thought we played very well first half. We certainly were getting tired as the game wore on, and the ironic thing about it is that I feel that they scored at the time when perhaps the frustration was just really creeping into the supporters, you know, and there was just a slight edge about their game that he finally came through, but just minutes or a couple of minutes before that, I just felt we're reasonably comfortable here. Now, for me to think that, and I never think we're comfortable at all, it was just a wee bit disappointing, but overall, can't fault the players at all. Absolutely magnificent effort, and one that I'm very proud of.
October was not the best month for Martin O'Neill's men. It began with 3 successive defeats, but the Foxes bounced back in a thrilling contest against West Ham United.
Elliott, plenty of room to bring it down. An orthodox pass, but it nonetheless found Lennon. Pryor keeps possession. Cormac, the only man back at the moment for Leicester. Driving it forward towards Elliott. That was a good effort. Marshall. Claridge. Now Guppy. Heskey's onside here. He's got Lennon up in support. Great chance for Leicester. Heskey's done it. West Ham complained that the offside flag stayed down. Leicester got on with it and take the lead.
Well, my first thoughts, Adam, was perhaps it was offside. We'll have a clearer view here. Well, I'm not so sure he was. He certainly takes it in grand style. Just waits for the keeper to come out, slots it down the side of him. Excellent finish.
Heskey's first goal in 8 games, and what a valuable moment to score it. Boland again sliding it in. Hartson trying to turn, get in the shot. Dowie's there. Is it offside? It doesn't matter anyway. It was a chance for Lampard. The flag stayed down, but he still missed it. Good save by Arfixad. Monker.
You do feel if West Ham are going to get in, it's going to be that diagonal ball. Once again, they're looking to play it in behind Marshall.
Terrific ball there, Unsworth to Hartson. What a tremendous effort that was. There's the shot of a man in form.
It's a great diagonal ball this from Unsworth. Good position from Hartson. Waste no time on the volley.
foot to drill it out to the right. Will Potts get there? Yes. Into Hartson. Brilliant play by Hartson. And pull back a lovely ball and it's in. Berkovic brings West Ham level.
Absolutely top-class play. It's one of the first occasions that Potts has got forward on that right-hand side. He did a nice little ball into the feet of Hartson, but just look at this, a terrific play from Hartson. Superb run from Berkovic and a glorious finish. I think you have to say, Alan, it's fully deserved. It's been coming, they've been patient. Great build-up play, been rewarded with an excellent goal from the best player, certainly in this opening hour, and that's Berkovic. He's been quite outstanding and fully deserves that goal.
Guppy's free kick, Heskey almost got a touch to it, there's still danger. Knocked back in, Claridge turned, and is it? Had a wonderful opportunity.
Well, it was a great chance, but an important header this from Lomas. He's the last man, he gets it away. It finally comes to Marshall, he twists and turns. Back to Izzet, good chance.
Good delivery, and this is where Leicester can be so dangerous. Guppy will take the kick. Elliott's the man calling for it. Flipped across by Pryor, that was inviting. Marshall came flying in and couldn't get the touch.
Great little flick that from Pryor at the near post. Played with plenty of pace this from Guppy. Just watch how close Marshall goes to this. Well, he completely misses his kick. What a great chance that is.
Parker and Guppy. Parker swings it in. Pryor with a back header again. Cleared by Dowie it was. And suddenly West Ham break, and it's 3 against 2 at the moment. And they've got 2 more players coming forward down the left-hand side as well here. Could this be the finish? It really ought to have been, and Lomas knows it.
Well, I can't believe Mike Reed's given a good kick.
Surely it came off the keeper, didn't it?
Arthixad saved that, but what a great break this was. They've got 3 options at the back post. Lampard sees them. He could actually have stopped this ball. Well, that's a good save from the keeper.
Elliott. Neverdal at Filbert Street. Parker. That's a great ball. Oh, tremendous save by Forrest. Well, he was almost celebrating a goal, Steve Claridge.
Anywhere but the centre of the goal, and that would have been the winner possibly for Leicester. A great ball this from Parker. Claridge doesn't get a proper header, it's his shoulder, but it's straight at Forrest.
And he's got to come out again, Forrest, and scrambles it away. Marshall tried to get it back in. Elliott's there, and turned in. Marshall at the second attempt. Craig Forrest curses his luck, but Leicester are back in the league.
Well, Forrest comes for the first one. He tries to get Claridge out the way. He can't get by him. He's all over the place. It falls to Marshall. Just look how many bodies there are. It goes through about 5 of them.
Victory over the Hammers ended a losing sequence that began with a night of European injustice. Being live here in England, it's almost as though people have written you off before it started, and I think you really thrive on that, don't you?
Well, that's right. We've got a great result out there, and you know, but we've got to answer all the critics again here at home and get the result. It's no good getting a good result there and then falling down here. So, you know, but it's going to be an interesting game. They've got some very good players, and it's going to be a hard game for the lads tonight.
It's great for football to see a team like Leicester City taking on the big boys and actually being right up there at the top of the league, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And the great thing is we're there on merit at the moment. You know, we're third in the league at this moment, and we play very well in the first leg. Hopefully we'll get a great result tonight.
I think the performance they put up in the first leg in Madrid was terrific, and it'd be interesting. Now, I think this has got the classic situation: an English team with nothing to lose against a team that's masters on the break with some very good attacking players.
Heskey toiling away, and he was clattered again. Is it? Now he's been brought down. Well, Jelly is going to be cautioned surely for that. The first tackle wasn't too clever on Heskey.
I think the problem they've got, they show them in field. Certainly in Izzat's case, Izzat drives in field with the ball. They just keep leaving the trailing leg. Is it going across him? There's no way he can't give a foul there.
Didn't see the yellow card though.
No, I don't think it was a yellow card offence. I think he was just clumsy.
Just missed time. Kick taken quickly, and too quickly I think for the referee's liking. The yellow card shown.
Well,
to Parker.
Yes, what he's done, he said, you wanted 10 yards.
Yeah.
Unless the guy speaks perfect English, I don't think Gary Parker's French is that
good. But Parker has been shown the yellow card in the first half, so he's now been sent off. Controversy reigns here now. Parker can't believe the decision. Well, I have to say that's very harsh. Savage now, stretching Atletico down that Leicester right. Good run here by Savage. Lost his balance though. Is it? No penalty. Well, they've had, what, 3 now very close calls. But now it's Kiko. Jose Marie. He has blistering pace, this fellow. Lardin making tracks into the box as well. In goes Lardin. A chance, and it's blasted in by Juninho. Vizcano, Jose Marie. Oh, that's a great ball in. Swept in by Kiko. And that most certainly has secured a passage through to the next round now for Atletico Madrid. Is it? Conte's got near post. Brave save then by Molina. As Conte descended on him. Chance. Oh. Steve Guppy couldn't hit the target. Well, they deserve a goal, Ron.
They're very much so. Your heart goes out to them. They've played exceptionally well. They've battled, they've scrapped, they've played with quality. That's brave. Okay, it's a miss, but that is brave.
I have to say that the referee I must seriously look at his performance tonight, and he must analyse his game and say, hey, wait a wee minute, was this okay? Was this okay? Tell you what, I've had some disappointing moments in my time, Keith. I know I got left out of a European Cup final once in 1979 when the manager thought it wasn't the right thing to play because of coming back from an injury or whatever it was. And I thought I'd never ever have a disappointing moment. But I have never ever been so disappointed for a group of players, and actually, funnily enough, for a group of spectators and supporters here as I have been tonight. Absolutely, thoroughly disgusting.
You were furious at the end. I saw you coming down the tunnel. You almost had to be pulled away from the referee.
It's not the point. I've gone out to him. You can't say anything at the end of it all. You go and have a look, but I'm telling you now, and it sounds as if it's real sour grapes, and I'm quite sure people will look at it in the cold light of day and say, yeah, he's in complaining here. That was shocking tonight. Absolutely shocking.
Our final feature game is a classic contest against Newcastle.
Peacock. Watson playing it forward, Ketchbuyer letting the ball run, Ketchbuyer pushing on to this one. That's going to be a penalty. Ian Marshall it was who committed the offence. The long ball looking to release Ketchbuyer. All determination, there was pushing and shoving on both sides. There was the contact. Down went Ketchbuyer, and referee Gary Willard with no hesitation points to the penalty spot. Barnes taking his time, waiting for the whistle. Here goes John Barnes. Confidently and elegantly put away by John Barnes. And Newcastle handed the opening goal on a plate after a rash challenge by Ian Marshall. Took his time, Barnes, and inch perfect, just steered into that corner. Our fact said went the wrong way, and Barnes has given Newcastle an early lead here. Watson crossfield to Beresford, but it never reached him. Now Heskey. It's a siding tackle there from Philippe Albert, who seemed to be more than aware of the pace danger supplied by Emile Heskey. Good position for the free kick for Leicester. Steve Guppy wants to take it. Not a bad ball at all to Marshall. That's a fine goal. And he's balanced his books. Ian Marshall gave away the penalty, but has come forward now and converts the free kick from the former Newcastle player. Didn't pick him up. Guppy really swung that one across effectively. Marshall got in above the defender, who was Steve Howie, and buried the chance. Plenty of attacking football on display from both teams. Parker knocks it in again. Let's come all the way back to Izzet. Marshall's there again, he's got another one. It's a second goal from Marshall, and Newcastle did not learn their lesson. Parker this time knocked it in. Izzet did well to turn it on goal, and there was Marshall round the back again. Same place as last time, same result, and Leicester have fought back from going that goal down after 3 minutes, and now they're 2-1 up. Both goals coming from Ian Marshall, who is having a game and a half. He gave away the penalty, and he's hit back twice. Hamilton is out wide now. Support from Watson. Hamilton as well has got past his man. Watson just checked a minute but could still get the ball in. And he's got a corner, if the referee gives him the time. They'll need to hurry, Newcastle. Gary Willard has checked his watch again. Catch by last chance perhaps for Newcastle to go in level. Hamilton who's got it. In stoppage time, Newcastle have levelled it up again. Catch Byers' corner. They didn't get it away. They got a deflection off Thomason. But I think that Hamilton will want to claim that one. K-Mark. Ball for Claridge. Heskey is in the middle. Support arriving from Guppy now. Leicester again looking dangerous. Izzet making ground through the middle. And Beresford pleased to head that one away, but he hasn't got it clear. Newcastle still under pressure, and Hamilton conceding a corner kick.
Registration number L214KKX. The vehicle is currently blocking the entrance to Swallow Hotel car park. Must be removed shortly.
Steve Guppy. Another threatening ball from a dead ball kick, perhaps. It certainly is. And that's another goal. And this time it's the skipper, Matt Elliott. And Newcastle once again have been done from the set piece. Guppy has been masterful from dead ball kicks. And he was not marked at all, Matt Elliott. You can hardly fail to pick him out, and the Leicester skipper gets his 4th of the season, and Leicester have hauled themselves back into the lead again. Given away again, Leicester come forward, given a rare moment of respite in this last 10 to 15 minutes when Newcastle have started to hammer away at the Foxes. Let's give it a little touch and courage. Oh, Given had to be so positive. It was winner takes all from that ball in. Heskey just enough with the header, and Given got to it and saved a certain goal. Catch Spire. Oh, Beresford's in there. And John Beresford has done it again. Right on the stroke of 90 minutes, it's Beresford to the rescue again. For once, Leicester's marking was beaten. Catch fire, knocked it across, and in came Beresford for goal number 6 of the season. How does he do it? It's all tied up at 3-3. Leicester fans may feel that's cruel indeed, but Beresford turned up there and put the chance away. Albert and Heskey really had a go there, and Heskey let fly at Albert. Heskey now grabs his head, complaining that he was hit first, but that was wild from Heskey. They've been battling with each other all the way, trying to get him out of the way. That was a shove, blatantly. Heskey is out of this one.
We hope you've enjoyed our soccer video annual. Look out for more VSI videos in 1998. Meanwhile, we'll leave you with our pick of 10 great goals from '97.